The Ravens that I have met over the years have all been extraordinary people. But I did talk this week with rookie tight end Hayden Hurst. He was the 25th pick in the NFL, 2018 NFL. And he started out his career in Major League Baseball as a pitcher. And then now he was drafted again to the Ravens and has begun what I think will be a phenomenal career in the NFL. But perhaps his greatest triumph is something that has often sidelined a much lesser man.
When I first started noticing it, my palms would kind of get sweaty. When I would hold the baseball, my hand would shake.
Hayden calls it the yips. 19, pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates minor league, he suddenly couldn't throw. The team sent him to a series of docs.
And I was reaching for everything. Heard hypnotism worked. I talked to a doctor about tapping methods on your forehead would, kind of center your thinking and eliminate thoughts.
Finally, he found the answer at home. A talk with his dad, who shared his history of anxiety and panic attacks, helped Hayden realize what was happening to him.
Mine really came from pitching. That's where most of my anxiety kind of revealed itself. I'd be on the mound and I would want no part of it. I would not want to be out there. Like I said, my palms would get sweaty, my hand would be shaking, I'd want to vomit.
Hayden worked his way through it for a couple of years, learned resilience, and made a change, trading a mitt for a helmet, regaining what he calls his badass self.
For me, the badass is when I just stop thinking. I can go out on a football field, and that's where I can just kind of cut it loose. And then baseball, when you're a pitcher, there's so much thinking, and it's such a slow-paced game that those thoughts can creep into your head. In football, everything happens so fast. And for me, like I said, I can just come out here, be the athlete that God intended me to be, and just cut it loose.
So you don't have the anxiety here you had in baseball?
No, not at all.
Anxiety, depression, Hayden knows them well, and he is making it a mission to share his experience to destigmatize mental illness and help other young people. I think it's rather brave of you to be public about this, because people don't associate big, tough football players with weakness.
Right.
And some people view anxiety or depression as weakness. How do you view it?
It has the stigma behind it. When you ask for help, people view it and perceive it as a weakness. But the more we talk about it, it affects everybody. You can deny it all you want, but I think in some way, shape, or form, anxiety or depression sneaks into everybody's lives.
A foot injury early this season offered a new physical and emotional challenge.
But yeah, it was hard. I've never had a football injury before, so that was my first one. So having to deal with that for 6.5 weeks was tough, but I'm starting to break through. I just try to stay as even-keeled as possible. I don't try to listen to negative stuff, even though there's a lot of it out there, because I have faith in who I am as a man, who I am as a football player, so I just focus on the positives.
Seems like you must fit well with Joe Flacco.
Yes, absolutely.
I saw where you wrote somewhere that you think everything happens for a reason. Do you think that happened to you so that you'd end up here on the football field?
Absolutely. I 100% believe that. It was hell for 3 years, what I went through. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, but it made me extremely strong. It kind of molded me into the person that I am today. I feel like I'm pretty resilient in how I handle things, but yeah, it has definitely made me the man that I am today, so I'm thankful for it now.
And Hayden and his mother are now going to start a foundation, and the mission of that foundation will be to help adolescents get through depression, understand depression, anxiety, and once again to destigmatize it. Really a thoughtful young man with a very good heart. I couldn't have been more impressed with him. Back to you, Rick and Marty.